I'm done. Do what you want. Pull the plug. I'll kill you.
Whew. Hey, guys, welcome aboard.
Oh
I'm
my
glad you're
God.
still with us. I don't want anyone to get canceled. We all know cancel culture is coming for us.
Yeah.
I'm Nick Canceled a com here with
I'm
my co-host.
I'm Dansold.
Oh, that's pretty
I'm
good. Your
Dan,
name works.
aka Dantendo, aka Dansold.
Danceled. That's pretty good.
Because
And today,
today, what are we
oh,
talking about?
today we're doing canceled and we're doing one of those mini episodes. So grab your spoon and make sure you're not grabbing the wrong kind of spoon because you could get canceled.
hmm
This is a What the Famicom Subsidiary OM Game Boy. We're gonna just nonstop talk about canceled games and
We're going to
canceled
talk about
people.
canceled games. This is also like we're doing a eulogy for games that have been canceled. Games that
Mm,
got announced, games that had pictures in magazines or on websites, and then for one reason or another, just never came out.
that happens. We get people get canceled, games get canceled. Some of my parties get canceled.
Some of your party
It might get canceled. I don't know.
could. So, getting right into it, if anyone knows famous canceled video games, the most
Oh,
famous one, we did an episode about it like 6 years ago.
for a
And
while
Nick
it was
even
our
has a
biggest hit.
Nick even has a history with this canceled video game.
Yes,
Nick,
I
tell him
do.
what it is.
Yeah. All right, so A, we all know Thrill Kill. Everyone loves it. If you don't know, it's a Shaolin monk style fighting game that just borrowed and had uber violent deaths and things. It was like
There
Mortal
was a
Kombat on
sexy maid
steroids.
in it.
Well, the sexy maid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, the game was so popular, it was gaining all this traction. People were like getting eyes on it because like, wow, this is really violent. Like
What
you're
year? Do you remember what year?
probably around 98. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
I
making
think
that
that's
up.
correct.
Anyway, it was literally in GamePro magazine. Like I'd call my friend Dan on his telephone,
Mhm.
215-742-2618.
What the fuck?
No one has the number. What are you
You
gonna
don't know
do?
that?
Someone's gonna call it and be
What
like,
if like that's my cell phone number that I've kept?
you kept the house number for your entire
Crazy that
house.
you just doxed my number that I had from when I was 1 to 18.
That's hilarious that I
But
just
keep it in. I'm keeping it in.
good. I just pulled it off like that too, which is crazy.
Yeah.
I'll dox everyone's phone
I
number.
don't think I remember yours at all.
I know Brett. We'll call him that. I know his number too.
What is it?
215-745-9947. Go ahead and call him.
Holy shit. Is
I
this the
know.
episode where we're just revealing phone numbers?
Phone numbers for people.
Yeah.
I know a few more, but I'm not going to dox too many
Okay, fair
people.
enough.
I've ruined enough lives. So, we had GamePro. I would call my friend Dan over at that phone number. I'd say, did you see in the GamePro? Thrill Kill's coming out. And they made a fucking sticker in the thing that was full size. And
Yeah.
it was for your PS1 lid. So the lid would pop open. It was a circle that said Thrill Kill and had the devil's head
Yeah,
on
the
it. And
the the main cover art was the devil's face.
yeah. Oh, it was like a Minotaur devil. He had the
hmm
horns and everything. It said Thrill Kill. I literally popped it out and put it right on my PS1, and I was like, can't wait to play this game. It'll finally make me happy. Right?
Yeah, yeah. I remember you saying that.
Yeah, I said that out loud many times to my therapist back then. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was embarrassing to have a therapist in 1998.
I know. My therapist was your mom.
Wait a minute.
She has a doctorate.
Okay, okay.
Anyway,
Uh,
it got canceled.
it got canceled like the last minute, right?
Yeah, I think it was like right before it went to production and like got put out for the masses. They were like, no, it's too violent. We're
Yeah,
pulling
and
the
it was going to
plug.
be rated adults only, right?
AO, adults only. Yeah.
And so that's the most, we did an episode about this 6 years ago, but it's probably the most famous case of a game literally getting canceled that had all this hype behind it.
It was ready to go.
And I don't know, and like that's the thing, it happens all the time, and it's happened way before that, and it's happened way after that. So I figured let's just eulogize all
Hmm.
these canceled games. So we have a list off a website that breaks it up into categories. So the companies. So Nintendo has a list of canceled games, Sega, Sony, Xbox. So I'm just gonna randomly, here we go. I'm gonna
What
click
did you
on a
pick?
random N64
Okay.
canceled game. Uh, Asylum. You ready for
Oh,
this?
yeah.
A horror game set in an asylum that had been taken over by serial killers.
Oof.
They decided to build a prototype for this game. While the sim production work had been done, Nintendo rejected the pitch due to excessively dark tone.
Yikes.
So we're here to eulogize Asylum for the N64.
That's a shame, but that's what happens.
Yeah. You have another one? What company are you picking?
I did PlayStation 2, and the game 100 Bullets was canceled. It was an adaptation of a comic book series by the same name,
Never heard of
and
it.
it was a little violent. It looks like Other things had problems with it, like some of the characters, the voice actors or something. Rage, it had a rage meter that would fill up.
Wait, so the voice actors had a problem with it?
I guess. I don't know, dude. I'm reading right
Interesting.
now. Development, and we asked for news on the project. They noted it was dead, and if it was picked up, he expected to be a consultant. So it looks like things just went wrong. Maybe it wasn't adapted and it wasn't allowed to go to production. So shout out to
Interesting.
100 bullets.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yo, we love you and we miss you.
We miss you.
I'm gonna. I'm not reading this off the list, but because it was in our previous episode, a canceled Sega Dreamcast game that we
Oh,
just talked about was an Austin Powers race kart game. It was a kart racer,
that's right.
and it was
Yes.
called Austin Powers Mojo Rally. And it was coming out in 2000, and it got canceled because they couldn't figure out how to make it funny in a kart racer with sexual innuendo for a kids game.
Oh,
So they
okay.
canceled it last minute, literally like maybe 6 months or so before it was supposed to come out.
Oh, that sucks, but it happens.
Yeah, we
So,
miss you and we love you,
well,
Mojo Rally.
you still haven't sent me those still shots of the characters and their big butts. So I'm waiting on that.
I will send that to you.
Thank you. Frame City Killer
What's this
action
for? Is
game.
this still PS2?
PS3. I just
Okay.
switched over. It was a near future setting attempt to take down a drug kingpin. It was slated to release in 2006. The game's release date kept slipping later and later and later until funding disappeared and the game was never released. So this
Oh,
happens. Sometimes it's not just violence, sometimes it's money, folks. That's a shame.
yeah, that is a shame. Here we go. Another canceled game. 2008, Deer Hunter Tournament.
Oh,
The game was announced by Atari in June 2008, but only the PC version was released. Well, that's not fun. All right, let
huh.
me read another one. Oh, here we go. This is actually a somewhat famous one, only because I remember it. There was a Dirty Harry game that was coming out for the Xbox 360.
Okay.
And ironically, very weirdly, I just did a Dirty Harry binge watch of all the movies.
You did?
There's like five Dirty Harry movies from the 70s into the 80s of
Why
Clint
would you even
Eastwood.
watch that? I mean,
I found them
whatever.
on, I can't admit that I did this, but I somehow found them off of different websites.
Okay.
Yeah. And they're great. Some are better than the others, but I totally forgot they were making a newer video game. Who the fuck would play this? But
Apparently no one.
it was a video game continuing the story of the 1971 film Dirty Harry, announced in 2005, and was set to feature Clint Eastwood reprising his role. So he was
Oh,
like, I don't know, 30 something in the
I,
original Dirty Harry, and he's
I was
old
gonna say he's
now.
like 59 when it was thought of, and then 79 when it was
100%.
gonna be. Yeah.
While planned to launch on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 in 2007, the project was canceled that year due to development issues.
Yeah. Development issues.
So, Dirty
Pour
Harry,
one
we miss
out.
you and we love you.
Pour one out for Dirty Harry.
Pour one out. Yo, do
This was
you do you feel lucky, punk?
is that
Right?
him now or
That was
in
actually a really, really, yeah, I think that was him saying
so
his thing.
so ask yourself, do you
Fuck.
feel lucky, punk? Do you? Like that?
That was really good.
I think I do better impressions than you,
I
but I feel
think,
like
yo, I'm not even going to argue that.
yeah,
I think you do.
I think I do.
I think I
Maybe
have these ideas to do impressions, and then you come and fucking like
go
wipe the floor
Gorbachev,
with me.
tear down these pants.
Well,
Did
we
that
both know
ever?
that was a 10 out of 10 impersonation.
Okay, that's fair.
If
I'm
anyone
not gonna
doesn't
argue
remember
with that
last
one.
year, I did gay Ronald Reagan,
Yes.
and he talks about
Everyone.
Gorbachev ripping off his pants. But then I
Yep.
also did, in case I'm
Straight.
not offending
Straight.
anyone,
Ronald Reagan.
straight Ronald Reagan, and I said Mrs. Gorbachev, take off my pants,
Yes, that's correct.
and then
So,
Polly and Pan, and so like there's
yep.
one for
Yep.
everybody.
A
All right,
lot.
what's another one you got?
I mean, a lot of these are canceled for such weird reasons. Disruptor was supposed to release in '94. It was going to be for the 3DO.
Okay.
All the devs were working on it. They had a team. They were halfway through development, and the team became worried about the commercial viability of the 3DO, fearing it may not have a long lifespan. And the team began to contemplate whether they could move it to Sega Saturn or the PlayStation. And they convinced him to go with the latter. And then the game was released, but not for 3DO. So 3DO version of a game, I guess. Huh.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a fucked up
What?
sounding game. For the Nintendo Wii.
Okay.
It's called Wii Wah Wii Wah.
Okay.
So, a game involving putting a Wii remote inside a physical stuffed toy character to play, similar to this concept of babysitting mama. I've never heard of
Okay.
that. The game started development in 2008, but faced many hurdles. Of course, there's going to be hurdles.
Of course.
And development issues with Nintendo, who had strict rules about add-ons for the Wii remote and the use of the Wii branding. which led to an alternative name Wiwa. The game was nearly finished and scheduled for 2012, but lost publisher support due to the warning Wii user base, during the waning user base. So in 2012, nobody cared about the Wii anymore.
Well, I guess at that point they realized that they had already started work and they were like,
Yeah,
well,
pour one out. Pour one out.
can't do anything about it now. I'm
I
looking
mean,
at this list, and most of these are canceled for production reasons or because the system sucked or because they were like, we don't want to release this on this.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I guess Thrill Kill was like such an interesting case because Thrill Kill was this is a fucked up violent game.
So it's weird. Not only are games canceled, they also receive this blowback of like pull it from the shelves, but
Hmm.
sometimes it's not canceled all the way. Like, do you remember Mortal Kombat in 92?
Yes.
So originally they had it pulled from a whole bunch of stores because it was a big budget game that had way too much violence and representation for the rating system that they didn't think was appropriate, and
Okay.
they told a lot of stores to pull it. There's a whole bunch of games that follow that dynamic and then eventually do stay released, like Grand Theft Auto. I don't know if you remember.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was pulled off shelves.
It was literally a game called Postal. Same thing. It was pulled from like New Zealand and Australia, Germany, stuff like that. It,
Waterworld. There was a video game based on Waterworld in '95 for
huh.
the original PlayStation. That got canceled.
Did you know? Oh, damn. We're almost too old to remember. We're not. Tomb Raider was like pulled because everyone thought that the nude code was real.
I mean, is it not?
I don't know, Nude Raider. That's what it
Nude
was.
Raider?
That's what it was nicknamed. An
Holy
authorized
shit. I
software
gotta look
patch
this up
nicknamed
now.
Nude Raider was created by fans, which allowed players to play as naked Lara Croft.
Oh
Yay.
my God.
Your favorite, Duke Nukem, was almost pulled multiple times. Duke Nukem 3D for violence, sexual themes, and nudity. Huh.
Yeah, I'm trying to find what other games? Congo. There was a Congo. I wasn't even looking for movie ones, but there was a Congo game that was coming out for the Sega Genesis, and that was canceled. The game was
Ethnic.
was a feature multiple gameplay styles, represent various segments from the movie. Publisher Viacom's concern about quality and game bug led to its cancellation.
Okay.
I thought
Well,
there was
there's.
a Congo game. I feel like I played a Congo game for the PC at some point.
I don't recall a Congo game, but that sounds awesome.
But you weren't in
Uh,
my house
I was in your house once.
when I
You
was
weren't even
playing it.
there.
Okay,
Yeah,
I wasn't there, but you were there.
I was there. Kaboom in 2002 was a players control a suicide bomber, and the aim of the game is to kill as many people as possible.
Holy shit.
Yeah, some of these probably should have got canceled.
Yeah, that probably should have gotten canceled. Let's see newer ones like canceled PS4 games. Probably not as fun. Probably just for technical aspects of it.
The game simulates the events of Columbine High School. It's called Super Columbine Massacre RPG exclamation point. Okay.
What?
I mean, maybe some of these should have been canceled.
Hold up. There was a game coming out for the PS4 in 2016 called Horror of the Orient.
Horient, I would have called it.
Yeah, well, that's pretty good.
You know?
It's a canceled action adventure game. The game was targeted for 2015. Set in 1936, the game would have centered around the corrupt city of Shanghai in the hands of Western powers, filled with mob crime and political troubles. For some reason, I thought you were playing a whore or a prostitute or something.
No, maybe not. In 2006, Illusion Soft was trying to release Rape Lay, where you rape
What?
a mother and her two underage daughters. 3 years after its release, significant
What year was
controversy was
this?
raised. 2006.
What the fuck?
It was originally released in Japan, and I think they had to pull it, but it doesn't sound like a good game. I'm not, I mean, Thrill Kill, funny or whatever, like maybe.
Holy shit.
I don't know. There was a Saw game?
Yeah, I didn't think that was canceled.
It wasn't. There was a lot of controversy. I think certain countries canceled it where you weren't allowed to sell it in certain countries. But okay.
Ah. Let me see if I can find Shenmue. Sega created ports of Shenmue for PS2 and Xbox, but these went unreleased. The programmer said that this was due to problems with the product placement contract, which only covered the Dreamcast version. Because they're in Shenmue, I do remember that. Said there's like Pepsi signs and like snack brands,
Yeah.
and they're still in the game. So I guess I don't even think about that. You have to get
Oh, licensing and all
licensing for
that.
other things.
Ah.
So as much as I hate Shenmue, good for them for keeping it on Dreamcast.
Yeah, good for them. Dan's in favor of all these games that we've mentioned.
Dan Moo,
Dan Moo.
or
That's
more
your
like
nickname.
Shen Poop.
Okay, that works.
That's pretty good, right?
Yeah, it does.
I feel like there was a Sonic game that was canceled on like, I think there was. So there wasn't an actual Sonic game on the Sega Saturn.
Okay.
Like there's no mainline one. Like we all know the original Sega Genesis Sonics, right?
I think, yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
how he started. And then
Yes.
then the 3D ones on the Sega Dreamcast. But in between then, I think they had one that they canceled because it just wasn't good. So no one really knows about it.
Okay, there you go.
So there you go.
Animal Crossing New Horizons. So everyone knows Animal
I
Crossings, right?
have that, don't I?
So people were playing it in China during the Hong Kong protests, and all
Okay.
of them changed their picture to support independence for Hong Kong. And China pulled it from their stores, wouldn't let users A, create their own displays in game, and were pulled from the shelves.
Oh
So
my
there you go.
God.
Controversy. Look at
Yeah.
this.
All right. I'm gonna find one more.
Okay.
Let's see. All right, perfect. And there's no year. I guess it's harder for original Nintendo games. But The Adventures of Dewey the Dolphin, a
Okay.
video game starring an anthropomorphic dolphin character, was briefly mentioned in issue 13 of Electronic Gaming Monthly, but failed to materialize. And that's it.
Oh,
That's
there
the
you go.
only evidence of Dewey the Dolphin.
Dewey the Dolphin. I would have been a big fan.
Pour one out. I mean, because he needs the water. Can't
To live,
survive. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
literally. Yeah,
So
yeah,
pour
yeah.
one out for Dewey the Dolphin. Pour one out for all these games that were canceled for one reason or another. Maybe some of the ones like the one about R blank PE probably should have stayed canceled.
Yeah, maybe some of these can be canceled. I'm
Or
okay
maybe
with
a
that.
game with the word whore in the title. Maybe keep that
Maybe, maybe
keep
tone it
that out of
down.
title.
Let's, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, we love you. We miss you. We hope to see you in another life.
We hope you're not canceled. Like
We
a
hope you're
lot of
not
our
canceled. Also, we might get canceled for doing this episode about canceled
about
video games.
canceling. Who cancels the cancelers? That's
That's
what I
true.
want.
Who
Hmm.
watches The Watchmen? Wow.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Think
Mhm.
about that. I guess the people listening to this podcast don't really think about political issues.
We do.
Like, what happens when your video game gets canceled? Like, are you canceled?
I think you are because you're a part of your video game. Especially if you eat the cords, if you're doing different things with your video
Or if
games,
like you're bent over and you let a PS2 disc
PS2
tray
tray.
go in your
Yeah.
butt?
Then you're canceled with the game.
Yeah, but the system's not canceled.
That's correct.
Something
Isn't
to
that
think
something?
about.
That is something to think about.
So thanks for tuning in to our funeral for canceled video games. I still don't have a title for this. If you have any suggestions,
I'll come up with one literally and send it to you.
I
I think
did
it's
have
genius.
one,
Oh
but
no.
I tried to search Google for it, but it kept coming out actual greeting cards. I was going to call this in loving memory card.
Oh, that would have been
But
pretty
when I
good.
searched in loving memory card on Google, it would keep sending me to like funeral cards for
Okay. Well,
actual companies.
then we're good.
Oh, so still do it?
Yeah, because I mean, no one already uses it.
That is true. All right, I think that might be it then.
All right.
All right, in love and memory card, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, I'm Game Boy.
Don't get canceled.
Don't
Game
get
over.
canceled. Please don't get canceled. Don't cancel us. All right, see you, folks.